Gemini, hi. I'm going to do a general love reading today using the Llewellyn deck. If it resonates for you, it will be an extended and the information will be in the box below. I'm also open to doing personal readings at this time, and that information is also in the box below. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with a Celtic cross layout, and just to let you know that the genders that show up in here are more the divine male and female energies, which we have in all of us, so they're interchangeable. Also, I don't do reversals, so you may notice that. All right. Let's see where we go with this, Gemini. So general love reading may or may not be romantic. I don't know. These are your cards, so I just kind of trust that what comes up will be the right thing for some Geminis out there. Okay, so the guide that's going into it is the Ace of Swords. So this is the universe guiding you into this reading right now. Just do a clarifier on that. We've got the Justice card. So what I see here is that there's some truth, some kind of like pure truth for you coming through into this reading, because at this point in time I feel like the universe is wanting to reward you and kind of give, like the law of the universe, which is the justice, is what you put out you get back kind of thing, and that's what I think at this point is what's going on here. So with the Ace of Swords kind of bringing back a really pure kind of truthful breakthrough for you of some kind or another. Okay, we'll see what happens. I may, be able to expand on that as we go through the reading. In the past, I see the Nine of Pentacles showing up for you here. So I kind of feel like at this point in time in the recent past, there's a harvest time coming for you. Like you've planted the garden, which, and we're looking at the Justice now, so you've already laid all of this abundance out there. A lot of resources, a lot of things are flourishing in many ways for you. So I think that you are feeling very secure right now, as I say, surrounded by your own prolific acquisitions, whether it be knowledge, whether it be growth, development, that kind of thing. So you're in a good position now to move into where this reading's taking you. Above you've got the Three of Cups. So just going to draw a card on that one. I've got the Six of Wands, the Hangman, and the Emperor. So I do feel like this has something to do with, just checking out the rest of the reading. I do think this has something to do with love and attraction, and because you got, once again, so concepts that you may have thought earlier in your life when you were more young and free and kind of whimsical at that point, have shifted a lot, which is why the Hangman's showing up here. And as you kind of moved more along on your path in terms of becoming who you've become, as I said, the Nine of Pentacles, your concept about, love and partnership and the kind of person you want to be involved with has shifted, because you did get hurt a lot, and this is at your base. So, coming from that place of swords in the past and having this time to contemplate, think about your future, think about where you're going now, and then coming out of that, right? Because I still see this at your base, so it's kind of like a period of spending a lot of time and a lot of downtime alone. I mean, this time, I know, because what's going on in the world right now is sort of conducive to that, but at the same time, I think it would have happened for you anyway, because so paying attention to dreams, paying attention to visions, paying attention to your kind of psychic self, your inner self. to guide you, because as I see, I transition on you here with your perceptions shifting as to how you see your path being successful more than anything. Okay, so you've got the moon on you now and the 8 of Swords. So the moon is once again going into your perceptions, into your illusions, into places in you that you had a chance to kind of, as I say, explore, where there's a deep well of emotional experience there, non-verbal, right? Just feelings, like a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and being able to go there and allow light to get into those places so that it helps you illuminate some of that energy that's in there. And the 8 of Swords is helping you there in saying, like, as I move into that place of those deep emotions, or that deep place in me, I'm going to, do a sensory deprivation, which is what she's done here, and therefore trust my intuition, not my thoughts, not my, usual pattern of being, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there kind of thing with a plan. This is more trusting your intuition. And the moon also on you now kind of goes along with that too, because the moon's trying to guide you now. And as I said, when you were younger and freer, you tended to do that more. You tended to be more playful and just kind of, celebrate love and have fun with it. And then something, shifted, and now your perception is shifting back again. And you've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands on you. So, yeah, I've got 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, a lot of threes here. So I think what this is all about is you beginning to see a different possibility for yourself in your future in terms of what's coming towards you. It's way more open now. Your perspective is expanded. You've got the Hangman, as I say, so it's expanded your perception. And out of it also beginning to understand that, as back here when you maybe were with your friends and, kind of having fun with love, you kind of were all in the same place and you had the same ideas, and it's like, oh, this is, what's it all about and stuff. And the 3 of Pentacles is coming back for you now, only in a kind of a more stable kind of way. So looking at love in a way that, realizing that, I want to be with people that are like me again. I want to be with people that have the same values, that, we both want the same kind of future, and opening up more to the emotions. And I think that's an important part of what you're looking at. You want somebody else that's also willing to go there and be more open, and then be able to really, enjoy love. You've got the 10 of Cups showing up here in your near future. So that tells me, once again, you want your life to be reflected that way. And it looks like you've kind of come out of the dark night of the soul here, with the winter and moving now, back into an awakened state, which, as I say, the 10 of Cups is showing up. So having kind of love and fun and playfulness and joy permeating throughout your whole life. And that's the Justice card coming your way. This is what the universe, I think, is trying to bring to you. Because there's a death that took place, and it could be literal death, death of a relationship, death of something in your life, death of a part of you, and I'm just going to draw some clarifiers on that. And we've got the Tower there. So kind of what this death, it woke you up in a way, because I think it cracked through your constructs that you had built about, maybe this is how you perceive things to be. But now, as I said, you've got the Truth, you've got the Ace of Swords cutting through that, bringing in a much broader perspective, more fun, more playfulness. And so the death of the past, I think, has kind of helped speed that along with the Tower, bring the Tower in. And the Tower is a surprise. It's a welcome thing. It doesn't maybe feel good because it's cutting down, like splitting through your armor and splitting through the foundation that you stood on, and it's going like, oh yeah, but you're on shaky ground anyway, because the death is already there. And then we got the King of Pentacles coming out of this. So the King of Pentacles, I think, is your card, and you're emerging from this shift, and this, more secure than ever, more grounded than ever, because now I feel like you're grounded on today's reality for you and not on something that you built a long time ago. And I think that's going to serve you well. And I think the knowledge that came out of it is there with you. You've got the Nine of Swords showing up in your subconscious. So a lot of thinking, you know, because perceptions are being shifted. So sometimes even the words that you used before may have a different meaning now. So it can create a kind of a feeling of, communication overload in you, thoughts, because everything is up for grabs now in terms of what you thought was. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Once again, like you started with the Nine of Pentacles going into this, you have the King of Pentacles and you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So you're in a good position to go through this change of your perceptions and stuff around love, right? And around opening your once again, your perceptions to being able to embrace a much bigger, wider landscape of what's coming towards you rather than, where you were at before. You've got the Three of Swords, and that's in your environment. So there's a lot of heartbreak around you, possibly from this death. But at the same time, it is in the past. The death is the end of a cycle, the end of something that happened. And therefore, the new is starting to already happen here in this card because the death is behind and the person is now looking at moving back into kind of life force, which is the water and emotion stuff. So, the true life force. And you've got the Ten of Swords. So, there's no question that there was a lot of trauma around your past, and it's still residual. The memory of it's still there. There's part of the reality of it's still there, but the survival of it is also very imminent there and showing, because the stars now are lighting the way towards this new path. And this is in your environment, so it's not just affecting you, but I think it is around, the people possibly in your near environment as well. Going through some, trauma, okay? In a position of what you want is the Queen of Wands, so really wanting to be on your path now, your new path, where you're going, like there has been transformation happening here. So moving with Pentacles into, Wands, which is communication, wanting to be able to share, talk, and as I say, move along. And you've got the Six of Swords as the outcome here. So definitely movement is at hand. I do see you really moving towards where you want to go, moving towards that clarity and that sense of peace and that sense of expansiveness. Because you know what, there's a whole world out there. And as you can see here, this is in emotions because it's in the water. There's so much to be explored out there in terms of spiritual and emotional possibilities, okay? Now I'm going to expand upon that in the extended reading because I just don't have time now to do that much. But right now I'm going to take a look at an oracle being offered here from the universe, and this is from the Wisdom of Avalon. So you've got the Grail Knight, okay? Oh, cool card. Now this is about romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. Okay, so once again, remember we kind of touched upon that, moving more into a spiritual kind of, free and loving place of where you were, when you were younger or whatever, or, just more, didn't have so much of, the death and, swords around you, on you. So moving back into that, okay, and changing your perception to go along with that, which is seeking the sacred. So looking for the sacred meaning of the things that brought you to where you are. Don't forget where you're going in your near future, towards the Ten of Cups, bringing love and light into your whole life, including romance. Okay, well thanks very much, and may see you in the extended. If not, I'll see you next week.